Hi guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel. My name is Chiamaka Ozofo, and if you are joining in for the first time, please like, subscribe and share. I am here for all of us to upgrade. If you are somebody who likes better things, if you are somebody who wants to keep excelling, keep upgrading, please join this channel, okay? So today I want to talk about things that I've done that has helped me over time to grow as a lady. So people are on different track on this journey called life. People are on their different unique paths, but at the end of everything, what is expected of us is to have a good harvest, to be able to say yes, we've been able to achieve something very nice and beautiful. So there are so many things that I've been doing and that I have stopped doing to help me grow, and the height of success I have achieved so far, I would attribute it to most of the things I have been doing. So in the journey of growing, it's not just about what we have been doing, it's also about what we stopped doing. So today I would want to talk and concentrate on what I have stopped doing to grow as a lady. So without further ado, let's dive into it. The first, I stopped seeking validation from people. I stopped seeking validation. I stopped always asking myself questions like, what would people say? What would people think? What would somebody, a stranger somewhere, think of me? Because I am growing, I forgot totally about them. Because come to think of it, all through my teenage years that it seemed like I was living in my shell. The stranger never took notice of me. The stranger never contributed to my life or to my welfare. So now that I have decided to be an upgraded and a better version of myself, I also have decided not to think about what people would say. And if this video makes it to the internet today, it means that I stopped truly thinking about what people would say. Because a normal me would, after making this kind of video, after writing different kinds of articles, I'll ask myself, what would people say? And that particular creative idea might never make it to the internet space, to whatever publishing company that would have published it, because I was thinking I wasn't good enough to be the one to do such a very beautiful activity. So I stopped worrying totally, and I focused on my values, what I believe are my values, the things I know that I'm proud of to state, and to, even when people see it, will be proud to say that yes, they know this person and this person is actually doing well for herself. Now the second one is I stopped comparing my journey with others. I totally understand that we are on different paths and on different track. So why should I be comparing my life with another person's? It doesn't make sense. The most important thing for me is that I am actively making progress. So if you are faster than myself, if you are achieving more than myself, or if you are even behind me, it still doesn't matter. What matters to me is that I'm doing well for myself. So I choose not to be comparing myself with people. I choose not to take people who are ahead of me as my opponent, because they are not my opponents. We are all trying to have a good life. We are all trying to do well for ourselves. So instead, if I like what you're doing, instead of me to come and start comparing your growth with mine, I will come and befriend you. I'll come and attach myself to you. I'll come with a clear purpose to be a good friend through and through to you, so that the little I have, you benefit from it, and the good things you have, I benefit from you as well. So that is it. Now the third one is I restricted the way I gave people access into my life. I gave boundaries. I ensured that I placed boundaries at certain strategic places into my life. Placing boundaries, more like I'll know people whom I can keep as acquaintances and people that I'll keep as real friends. It's just like there are people that I know. All our knowing is end at where we got to know ourselves. Once we leave that place, you don't even have my contact, I don't have your contact, and every other thing. But once we come to that gathering, we are all lively, we are all jovial, we are all friendly. And there are people whom after that place they have my contact. Then there are people whom after even having my contact, they have my address, they have my home address. Now there are people even after having my own home address, I would not, they must have to call me before they come. Whereas there are people I don't even mind them coming without in my invitation. So this is how things are. There are people whom even if they come, the highest place they will stay in my house will be in my sitting room. So that's just the journey of life. And there are people whom don't not even need to come and tell me should I come in. They will come in, barge into my kitchen, eat, go into my room, sleep. I don't mind. So I have decided, and as a matter of fact, I have given people boundaries so that nobody ever steps their boundaries in my life. Makes everything better. Now I stopped ignoring my personal growth. Prior to now, just working on my focus, my academics, my work and all of that. But then the real me was not really feeling the balance. But I stopped just focusing on those things. They matter. Till tomorrow, I'll still have an eye for them, and I'll still be giving what belongs to Caesar. But I also started investing in myself. I started allowing myself to become better mentally, to become better emotionally. I started reflecting truly and deeply, asking myself deep questions. How I want my life to look like. What are the things I'm supposed to take out from the equations to beautify my life the more? What are the things I'm supposed to put into the equations to make my life worthwhile the more, and all of that. So now I also started reading. Like I've been reading a quite number of non-fiction books for a while. It was yesterday I started reading another book because I felt really bored. So I picked up a fiction yesterday. I think the name of the book is Golibe. Yeah, it's also not just, even though it's non-fiction, it's building my vocabulary because I have learned a lot of good use of grammar through it. So I am actively reading, actively learning new skills, actively working on my composure and my emotional intelligence, and actively becoming more disciplined in the sense that I am intentional that when I write something on my to-do list, when I have a mental task I want to do, I stay focused. I do not allow the dramas around me or the social media nonchalance to distract what I am supposed to do. So I now understand that not everyone I've talked about the access. Not everyone needs to be granted full access to me. Yeah. So I'd like to talk about the fifth one. But before I speak on this fifth one, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I promise you are going to be grateful that you did. Okay, so I stopped being too hard on myself. I realized that I have made a whole lot of mistakes. Yes, I realized that whenever I remember I've made some mistakes, it hurts me too deeply. True, but I've also learned to forgive myself and not be too hard on myself, even when I remember the mistakes I've made in the past. I've also realized that I am not supposed to allow my mistakes to determine my future. So I stopped beating myself for the mistakes I have made. I started becoming kinder. I started giving myself more grace. I started loving myself the more, because in loving yourself you grow more, you mature more, you become more better in whatever you are doing. So I'd like to note that in the terms of growing is a continuous journey, and then we as human beings, ever dynamic, always very radical in everything. Growing never ends. So as time goes, we keep evolving, we keep becoming better, we keep getting to know ourselves. But I'd just like us to know that sometimes our biggest growth comes from the things that we let go of. When we let go of things that actually keep us down, we see ourselves growing very sporadically, very in a very big way. If there is something like that in English, but you understand. So ask yourself today, my friends, what have you stopped doing that has enabled you to grow? And what do you need to stop doing to actually grow? These are 2 questions. Answer it yourself, and then please share it on the comment section. That way I might actually, all of us can actually have a reflective approach on ourselves and actually learn 1 or 2. So please, if you like this kind of videos, please like, comment, subscribe. I am begging you, subscribe. So till I come your way again, remain blessed. Ciao.